Today's second video for you. Breaking news is from Tigray. Tigray presidential spokesperson, top TPLF leader Gata Choreda a few hours ago addressed Tigrayan diaspora community, and he spoke in detail about Tigray's independence, secession from Ethiopia. What is Gata chose views about independence of Tigray, and the views are not his personal views. He's representing Tigray regional government. We know that Tigrayan diaspora is overwhelmingly in support of secession of Tigray from Ethiopia. What did Gata say in his address? Second news story is from Somalia Kenya relations. Hassan Sheikh Mahmud, Somalia's president, visited Kenya 2 days ago, and in a hurry he signed an agreement with Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta. Now details are emerging. Why was Hassan Sheikh Mahmud in a hurry to sign the agreement? Is this agreement linked to a political campaign ongoing in Kenya? In Kenya, we know that next month, on the 9th of August, presidential election is due to be held. It seems that Hassan Sheikh, president of Somalia, was used by Uhuru Kenyatta, Kenyan president, for political campaign of a politician who is being supported by Uhuru Kenyatta. Thirdly, viewers, we have a new story from Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital. We know that Baldiras party, some other parties, they have been protesting against Oromia flag, a Afan Oromo language being taught in Addis Ababa. Skandar Naga in an interview said that in capital just Amharic language should be taught. Today, Addis Ababa mayor for the first time took a clear position. Should Oromia flag be hanged in Addis Ababa? Should Afan Oromo language be taught in Addis Ababa? What did she say? And lastly, viewers, we know that 4 days ago, Ethiopian federal government announced that it had signed an agreement with the UNOPS, United Nations Office for Project Services, and the agreement was about reconstruction work in Tigray. World Bank gave $300 million for this project. What is Tigray's position? Because Gata questioned that agreement 4 days ago. A few hours ago, Gata Choreda, Tigray's spokesperson, talked to the BBC, and he explained Tigray's position about this 300 million project. Is Tigray rejecting this project? Firstly, viewers, breaking news is from Tigray, where Gata Choreda a few hours ago spoke in detail about independence of Tigray, creation of Tigray, independent country, secession of Tigray from Ethiopia. He was addressing participants of Maryland Festival. In Maryland, US, Tigray Festival is underway, a week-long festival where song, dance, other activities, commemoration of sacrifice of the people of Tigray is being done there in Maryland, and funds are being raised for Tigray, people of Tigray. And we know that 2 days ago there a forum was established, STIL, Solidarity of Tigrayans for Independence and Liberty. The forum, the movement was launched to work for independence of Tigray. Major General Tikle Birhan, former chief of INSA, is leading, is one of the leaders of this movement. Tigray opposition parties are also part of this movement, Tigray activists as well. And after this announcement of STIL, today, a few hours ago, Gata Chaureda addressed Maryland Festival participants a virtual address. What did he say? He spoke about independence of Tigray. Firstly, he said, decision about future of Tigray will be made by the people of Tigray. Tigray ruling party cannot make any decision on its own. Yes, you cannot question this position that people will make the decision. It means that referendum will be held. How will people make the decision? It means that referendum will be held. TPLF or other political parties cannot make decisions on their own. And that is what is the requirement of Ethiopian constitution as well, that if a region wants self-rule, it should conduct referendum. So he is saying indirectly referendum will be held. Secondly, very important point, he said Tigray fighters, 95% of Tigray fighters that I have talked to are in support of creation of independent Tigray country. So Getachew says that Tigray Defense Force is overwhelmingly in support of independence of Tigray. Next, he talked about recognition of Tigray. He said Abiy and Isaias would not recognize Tigray as independent country. Will have to engage international community through diplomatic channels for recognition of Tigray. So he made it clear that there is overwhelming support for independence of Tigray in Tigray Defense Force. But referendum will be held. When will it be held? No one knows. He has not shared any timeline, any time frame. When will the opinion of the people of Tigray be sought? He did not talk about it. And secondly, can we say that Tigray government of TPLF is in support of independence of Tigray, but now it's not in a position to declare independence because Tigray is still under siege, and international community will stop if TPLF declares independence. International community will stop supporting Tigray regional government. That is why TPLF-led Tigray government is not announcing independence now. It is waiting for the right time. Can we say that? Or can we say that Getachew was trying to please Tigrayan diaspora community? We know that Tigrayan diaspora community is in support of independent Tigray country. And they don't introduce themselves as Ethiopians. They like to be introduced as Tigrayans. So desire for independence in Tigrayan diaspora is very visible. And Tigray opposition parties, Salse Vojene, Batona, they are already calling for independence. It means that willingly or unwillingly, Tigray government will have to make some move towards independence of Tigray. It is under pressure. Tigray government is under pressure. Support for secession in Tigray is gradually increasing, especially as Tigray is still under siege, and so far no announcement of the start of talks. Though aid is starting to arrive and aid level to Tigray has increased, but still literally Tigray is under a siege. No resumption of telecom, no resumption of electricity and banking services. So the call for independence of Tigray is gaining support in Tigray and outside Tigray as well, in a Tigray diaspora community. Only question is, did Getachew say all these things to please Tigray and diaspora community, or is he convinced that future of Tigray is an independent Tigray country? Take a listen to what he said while addressing Tigray and diaspora community.
ዝረጋገፀሉ ኩነታት ናይ ሪያላይዝ ናይ ምግባር ጉዳይ ክኾን ኣለዎ ዝብል እምነት ኣለና ባይዘወይ ከም መንግስቲ ህዝቢ ወሳኒ ማለት ግድን እዩ ህዝቢ ኩስን ዝግብኦ ንሕና ናይ ባዕልና ድሌት ክህልወና ይኽእል እዩ እዛ ኣነ ቀልጢፍና ሃገር ተንኽውን ዝብል እምነት ክህልወን ይኽእል እዩ ጌጋ እዩ ናተይ ናይ ሃገርነት ድሌት ብናይ ህዝቢ ውሳነ እስካዕ ዘይተረጋገፀ ብናይ ሓደ ሰብ ድሌት ወይ ብናይ ሓደ ፓርቲ ድሌት ዝጣየሽ ሃገር ከምቲ ጎረባብትና ኤርትራውያን ንሪኦ ዘለና ንዶክተር ሙልጌታውን ከም ሓደ ናይ ስጋት ነጥብ ዘቕርቦ ዝነበረ ብናይ ሓደ ሰብ ድሌት ወይ ብናይ ሓደ ፓርቲ ድሌት ዝተመስረተ ሃገር ኣብይ ከም ዝበፅሐ እታ ከምቲ ዘርኣይ ኣብ ዓደወይ ዘልዕሎ ዝነበረ ድሕሪ ሕዚ ሃገር ክትፍጠር ተኮይና ክትፍጠር እውን እያ ኣልቲሜትሊ እምነት ኣለኒ
Secondly, viewers, Somalia's President Hassan Sheikh Mahmud visited Kenya 2 days ago. He signed an agreement with Uhuru Kenyatta, Kenyan President. Some say the agreement was signed in a hurry. It was as if agreement was prepared in advance. Before the arrival of Hassan Sheikh, he came, he signed the agreement and he left. Why is that he signed this agreement in a hurry? Some experts say that Hassan Sheikh was used by Uhuru Kenyatta for the political campaign of Raila Odinga. On the 9th of August, next month, presidential election will be held in Kenya. Uhuru Kenyatta is supporting Raila Odinga and he is being challenged by William Ruto. And Uhuru Kenyatta wants Raila Odinga to win this election. But due to Somalia's ban on cloth imports from Kenya, Raila Odinga was under pressure in some counties which are known for producing, for exporting cloth, it's also called. So that is why Uhuru Kenyatta invited Hassan Sheikh Mahmud. The two signed an agreement and immediately after that 30 planes carrying cloth left Kenya reportedly. And those constituencies which are known for producing cloth are now the areas where Raila Odinga's position will get better politically. So Hassan Sheikh was used, it is being said by Uhuru Kenyatta for the political campaign of Raila Odinga. He should have taken his time. He should have signed the agreement with a new president, new government in Kenya, due to take office in coming weeks. But he just went there, signed the agreement and he left. It seems that this agreement signed in a hurry will be a boost for Raila Odinga's political campaign. Question is, if William Ruto wins presidential election in Kenya next month, what will be the future of Somalia-Kenya relations? That remains to be seen. Thirdly, viewers, Addis Ababa Mayor Addis Ababa today took a very clear position about teaching of Afan Oromo language and hanging of Oromia flag in Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital. In recent weeks, we have seen several incidents that Oromia's flag was removed from Addis Ababa schools, and Baldiras party of Skandar Naga has been opposing teaching of Afan Oromo language in capital Addis Ababa. Addis Ababa government remained largely silent, but today Addis Ababa Mayor Addis Ababa took a clear position what did the lady say? She said, flag will be hanged. Oromia flag will be hanged in Addis Ababa. Afan Oromo language will be taught in Addis Ababa. So she has taken a very clear position, a message from Addis Ababa for Balderas and others that language, Afan Oromo language will be taught in the capital.
ይፈታል። ኦሮምኛ መዘመራቸው ይቀጥላል። የአዲስ አበባን የሚገልጽ የአዲስ አበባ መዝሙር በኦሮምኛ ቋንቋ እንዲማሩ ስለሆነ ዋናው ነገር የአዲስ አበባ ላይ የምንሰቅላቸው ባንዲራዎች የትኞቹ ናቸው? ህግ ያስፈልገናል ካልን እንነጋገራለን። ማት ትምህርት ቤቶች አሉን፣ ብዙ ትምህርት ቤቶች፣ ዓለም አቀፍ ትምህርት ቤቶች አሉን፣ የተለያዩ ሀገራት ትምህርት ቤቶች አሏቸው። አንድም ቀን አጀንዳ ሲወሰን ተናናቅም። አንድም ቀን ሁሉም ባንዲራቸውን ይሰቅላሉ። አንድም ቀን አጀንዳ ሲሆን አልሰማንም። ለማንኛውም የአዲስ አበባ ውስጥ የኦሮሚያን ባንዲራ አምጥቶ መስቀል ለኦሮሞ ህዝብ የተለየ ነገር የሚያስገኘው ጥቅም ኖሮት አይደለም። ምክንያቱም አዲስ አበባ የኔ ናት፣ ዋና ከተማዬ ነው ብሎ የሚያምን ህዝብ ስለሆነ አዲስ አበባ ፕሮሞት ማድረግ የምትፈልገውን ማሳየት የምትፈልገውን በሚገባ ተቀብሎ ፕሮሞት የሚያደርግ.
Lastly, we have a news story about $300 million grant for Tigray announced by World Bank a few days ago. Ethiopian government signed an agreement with UNOPS, United Nations Office for Project Services, for the implementation of a project to build Tigray's damaged and destroyed infrastructure. The money is due to be spent in health sector, education sector and sanitation projects of Tigray, but Tigray government seems to be rejecting this project. Gata Choreda a few hours ago talked to the BBC. He said the project was announced without the participation of Tigray regional government. No one consulted Tigray regional government. World Bank, UNOPS, no one contacted Tigray regional government. Ethiopian federal government has no control over territories of Tigray. How can Ethiopian federal government sign an agreement on behalf of Tigray while Ethiopian government is involved in destruction of infrastructure in Tigray? So he rejected this agreement signed between UNOPS and Ethiopian federal government. Now question, what does Tigray government want? Tigray government wants direct talks between Tigray regional government and World Bank, Tigray regional government and UNOPS. It does not want involvement of Ethiopian federal government. No, the project will not be implemented by Ethiopian federal government. It will be implemented by UNOPS. Interestingly, UN organizations, UN agencies are already operating in Tigray, UNICEF, WFP and others. And Tigray never questioned the operations of these organizations in Tigray. But now, when a direct agreement has been signed between UNOPS, World Bank and Ethiopian federal government, Tigray has its reservations. Tigray does not want Ethiopian government to sign any agreement about Tigray. It wants direct talks between World Bank, UNOPS and Tigray regional government. But question is, can you keep Ethiopian government out of this loop? Ethiopian federal government is representing entire Ethiopia. World Bank cannot hold direct talks with Tigray. UNOPS cannot bypass Ethiopian federal government. So you need to have federal government on board. But Tigray government should be consulted as well. Yes, if World Bank does not want to give direct money to Tigray, yes, World Bank can lay out this condition. Ethiopian federal government can lay out this condition as well, that money should not be transferred to Tigray regional government. But Tigray regional government should be kept on board at least.